2003 Chevy 1500 HD, and it's got the 8-bolt wheels. She's the heavy duty. Anyways, customer complaint is it lost complete oil pressure going down the road. So he's a regular customer of mine. I don't know what work I've done on this, some exhaust manifolds and stuff, and now he's not happy about that because his truck ain't working. And I'm trying out my new microphone today, and I taped it right here. So because we're over here by the XT75, and I got that back going again, and I'll have a different video on that, but it's kind of noisy, so this thing's got some noise cancellation in it, and we'll see how it works. Before, I tried it down here on my collar, and it would move around, and you could hear it moving around, and sometimes it wouldn't pick up my voice very good. And so I'm not too happy with this microphone, and I'm going to get a different one, but for right now, we're going to try it. So he comes in, and he tells me the story, and I'm like, okay. So I got a new oil pressure sensor and a new screen, and I give him my gauge. I'm like, before you pop the new stuff in there, you should check the oil pressure and see if it's lying or not. He calls me back up and says, nope, there's nothing on your gauge, Pete. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, seems like it's a major problem. So I have him have it towed in, and then I take it apart, and let's go over here and start looking at it. So I just wanted to say, like, I knew I was going to have to pull the oil pan. So to pull the oil pan, there's a little cross member right here. There's 2 bolts for this differential, maybe 3. So there's 2 bolts for the differential on this side and 2 on this side. So I took all the bolts out, and I just set it down. That gave me enough room to drop this oil pan. So once I got the oil pan, I figure the O-ring for the screen it blew out of there. Which I forgot to fill it up extra full of oil, but it didn't matter anyways because the O-ring for the screen was completely good. So then I'm like, well, not sure what to do next, which I missed a step. But anyways, so then I come over here to the front, and the only thing I opened the hood for was to loosen the radiator cap so I could drain the antifreeze. So I just unbolted everything in the front. The hardest part of this whole job was getting the damper slid off, which I didn't have the right puller, but I ended up getting it off there. So then I'm like, I got to get the water pump off. All right, so I don't know if that helps you see or not, but anyways, I had to get the water pump off. I was able to get all them bolts out, and then I unbolted the thermostat, which I don't know if I had to do or not. But then anyways, then I just pried it ahead that far, and I'm going to put all this back together too without letting it back down, because he wants me to put it back together. He doesn't want to fix it. So that's why I'm doing this video, so I could just help somebody. So then I pulled the oil pump off there. So I got the oil pump all apart. I couldn't really find any problems in the oil pump. I do think that the relief valve is stuck a little bit. Not too sure, but you can see the little plunger in there. And I can see in here, like, it should come up a little bit, but I'm not too sure about that. So I'm like, this is not the problem because it's not, the port in here is not open. So then I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. So the first thing I did, I'm like, what are we going to do now? So the first thing I did was I blew air up there where the oil pump goes on. It's right beside the crankshaft, in between the crankshaft snout and the power steering pump there. So I'm like, oh, the air's coming out over here. So if we look up here, so the air was coming out of this one. So it goes through, the oil comes out of the pan, goes through the pump, pressurizes, goes through here, goes down through the filter, somehow into the pan and these cooler lines. But anyway, so this is the main oil pressure port for the engine, this back one. So then I blew air through here, and I could hear it coming out like plain as day, like it's not gurgling, it's not building up any pressure. So I'm like, okay, let's put the smoke machine on there. And sure enough, in the center of the engine, it was all filling with smoke. So I got my camera out because the smoke was coming out. Couldn't really tell where, but I did find it. And I'll put that picture up right now of what I found. It walked the center cam bearing out. So I could have, this is where I made the mistake in my diagnosis. I didn't have to take the front of that apart, which that took another hour. So we got about an hour taking the pan off, another hour. Actually, it took longer than that because it took me a while to get the crank pulley off or the damper, because I did not have the right puller. So I got a couple hours in getting the front stuff off. And all I would have had to done, you know, once I got the oil pan off, is just check this port, put air to it, see if it's got the ability to build up pressure, which we did not. So just trying to make a little video for you guys, so somebody else, if they have this problem, a complete loss of oil pressure, will know what to do. So yeah, the engine's ticking a little bit right now, and it's not good, but it's going to need an overhaul if we were to fix it. So yeah, hopefully this video turns out good enough, and I could convey my message of what I did wrong and how I got this all apart and how easy it was. And I didn't have, there's going to be no, I watched somebody's video. They said if you take the differential out, you'll have to do an alignment. I don't see where you'd have to do an alignment, because the next step to get this differential out is to unhook the drive shaft, unhook the four-wheel drive or the actuator, and unbolt the axles, and the whole thing will just drop right out. But we don't have to go that far. I slid the pan right out of here. It was so easy. So, and I got a wrench for the fan, but I could not knock it loose. Yeah, we can look at the fan over here. So it's up in there in the radiator shroud. But I have a wrench for it, and I was hitting it with the hammer, and I could not knock it loose. So how I got the fan loose was I just, this is another trick that I do, is I just got a long bit for my air hammer, and you just give her some taps on the edge of the shank of where the nut is, and it'll just pop right loose. It was so easy. So I spun that off, slid it up into the fan shroud. But yeah, I did this whole job, and the only thing I had to open the hood for was to get the radiator cap off so the coolant would drain out. And I caught that in the bucket. But as you can see, we got some really rusty transmission cooler lines here. One of the modules, I think it's the trailer brake module, some module back there is just hanging, and this is the one that has the rusted frame. And the little bumpers here are all gone, both sides, and it's starting to leak the oil in the back, so it needs a lot of repair. I don't know, I told the guy if he finds a used engine that we'll put it in there. For the cost to fix this engine, it's going to be a lot. I'm not sure of the miles, I didn't even look. But yeah, so I want to put this all back together today, because I got a brake job coming in tomorrow, and it's probably easier to use this hoist and maybe a couple oil changes. So, but yeah, I got the XT75 going. That's it right there. So it's a little noisy. It's got its own air compressor built in, and that's what makes the noise. But since I fixed it, I think it's quieter now, because I did take that, because at first I didn't know what was throwing out the fire and sparks, and it turned out to be the preheater, and I got one of those from DigiKey, so that was really nice. The only place in the United States that had a preheater that I could order. But anyways, I took the air pump motor out of there, and there's a plastic coupler in there, and I don't think they had it lined up quite right, because it's kind of chewed up. But it sounds a lot quieter now, but it's still loud enough that it's going to interfere with my videos. I got parts coming for the car over there for today. But right now, I just wanted to get this video done because in my spare time, I'm going to slap all this back together and get it out of here. All right, guys, it's Friday, so hopefully everybody can take off early, and hopefully y'all get some work done. And I'll just say thanks for watching, and you can catch me next time.